Hello and welcome to Leeroy Gaming, where today we continue our in-depth look at the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous classes. We're doing deep dives during this beta period. And today I am doing, out of order, the Monk class. This was a request from one of my subscribers, Sam Ash. Thank you for the request and thank you for the subscription. If you have a preference on which class I look at next, in depth, please do leave a comment below and I will do my best to comply. So if you're new to my videos, I go extremely in depth on them, meaning these videos are going to be much longer than your average video on YouTube for this content type. So for your convenience, I do leave timestamps below. Do take advantage of them. What I've done with the format now is with the core class, when we go over Monk, I will basically word for word go in depth, provide some feedback on every single element. Then when we jump over to the subclasses, do note that I may work shorthand on the areas that are a repetition, and I'll reference the original part of the video that you can always go back to for the things that just repeat over and over again. But I will go in depth on any differences between the main class and the subclass. So hope you guys enjoy that. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments about this video or the class within the game, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them to the best of my knowledge. That being said, let us go ahead and jump in. We are starting with the base monk class. So, steeped in tradition that traced their origins to the warrior monks who trained under the tutelage of draconic masters. Oops, just kidding, guys. For some reason, I gotta love this bug. Even though I have monk selected, it's for some reason had the text for scaled monk. Alright, let's try that again. So, monks excel at overcoming even the most daunting perils, striking where it's least expected, and taking advantage of enemy vulnerabilities. Fleet on foot and skilled in combat, monks can navigate any battlefield with ease, aiding allies wherever they are needed most. So, let's look at base features. First of all, we get the improved unarmed strike, so you're considered to be armed even when unarmed. You can make unarmed attacks that deal 1d3 bludgeon damage if medium, 1d2 if small. And I don't know, I always thought, please correct me if I'm wrong, I thought it was 1d4 and then 1d6 if medium. So I don't know if it's a change or if this is because I don't have a race select. Let's just quickly select human. I don't know if that's true. I know it scales, but yeah, apparently it's a little weaker than from Pathfinder Kingmaker. Unless, again, unless I'm wrong on this, if somebody wants to correct me in the comments below, do let me know. But this 1d3 seems a little low. Okay, but maybe this is appropriate because it is technically unarmed. So, monks also get an AC bonus when unarmed and unencumbered. They're gonna add their wisdom bonus to their AC and CMD. In addition, you're going to get a +1 bonus to AC and CMD at 4th level. This bonus increases by 1 for every 4 monk levels thereafter, up to a maximum of +5 at 20th level. And CMD is basically your defense against combat maneuvers. So for those that don't know, that's if somebody tries to trip you, for example, disarm you, and so forth. Bull rush and such. These bonuses to AC apply even against touch attacks or when monk is flat-footed. He loses these bonuses when he is immobilized or helpless, when he wears any armor, when he carries a shield, or when he carries a medium or heavy load. So they're going to get AC not just from their dexterity modifier, but also their wisdom. And then unarmed strike. Now here is the scaling. So at first level, monk gets improved unarmed strike. See, so here it is corrected. I don't know why this is incorrect here, but this is what I was thinking. So, when you're medium, at level, you're 1d6 at level 1 to 3, goes up to 1d8 at 4 to 7, 1d10 at levels 8 to 11, 2d6 at 12 to 15, 2d8 at 16 to 19, and 2d10 at 20th. Now, obviously, if you're larger or smaller, it's going to adjust. So here it states, everything gets scaled down 1. So if small monks, it starts at 1d4, and then so 1 tier lower to 1d6, and it caps out at 2d8 instead of 2d10. And of course, large, it scales to 1d8. at the very lowest level, and then 48, which is a big jump at level 20. Now, this, if you like, this should scale when you like cast a large person on yourself. So that could make most characters, which are medium, large, to get that effect there. So important thing to note. Monk proficiency. So monks are proficient with the club, the crossbow, light or heavy, dagger, hand axe, javelin, kama, nunchaku, quarterstaff, sai, short sword, short spear, shuriken, shingham, sling, spear, and any weapon with the monk's special weapon quality. They are not proficient with any armor or shields. When wearing armor, using a shield, or carrying a medium or heavy load, you're going to lose your AC bonus, as well as the fast movement and flurry of blows. So don't use armor. As far as other abilities, you start with a stunning fist at level 1, so you know just where to strike to temporarily stun a foe. You must use this feat before you make your attempt, thus a failed attack roll ruins the attempt. So in the game, it's like a toggle. You click it, or you click it right before you attack. You can even right-click on it, I believe, and your next auto attack, it's going to apply this. Stunning Fist forces a foe damaged by your unarmed attack to make a fortitude save, DC 10 plus 1/2 of your character level, plus your wisdom modifier. In addition to dealing damage normally, a defender who fails a saving throw is stunned for 1 round, until just before your next turn. Stunned character drops everything held, can't take actions, loses any dex bonus to AC, and takes a -2 penalty to AC. You may attempt a stun attack once per day for every 4 levels you have attained, and no more than once per round. Constructs, oozes, plants, undead, and corporeal creatures, and creatures immune to critical hits cannot be stunned. You're also going to get bonus monk feats starting at 2nd level, and then you're going to get them at first level and 2nd level, and then every 4 levels. So you're going to get one here at 6, 10, 14, and 18. And they're going to be from a very specific pool. So initially, it's going to be combat reflexes, dodge, crane style, blind fight, improves initiative. But at level 6, you can also pick any of those, plus improve trip and improve disarm. 10th level, you can add improve critical and improve blind fight. And the key thing here is you do not need to have any of the prereqs for them, just the level. Next, you get Flurry of Blows. This is the other thing that makes monks really special. So, at 1st level, you can make a Flurry of Blows as a full attack. When making a Flurry of Blows, a monk can make 1 additional attack at its highest base attack bonus. Additional attack stacks with bonus attacks from the haste and other similar effects. When using this ability, the monk can make these attacks of any combinations of his unarmed strikes and weapons that have the monk's special weapon quality. He takes no penalty for using multiple weapons when making a Flurry of Blows, but it does not gain any additional attacks beyond what's already granted by the Flurry of Blows for doing so. He can still gain additional attacks from a high attack base bonus from this ability, and from haste and similar effects. So monks can definitely get a ridiculous amount of attacks at higher levels. At 11th level, monk can make an additional attack at his highest attack base bonus whenever he makes a Flurry of Blows. This stacks with the first attack from the ability and additional attacks from haste and similar effects. So very, very powerful effect. Alright, we already talked about the bonus feats. You will also upgrade your Stunning Fist. So, at level 4, the ability works as Stunning Fist, but it makes the target fatigued for 1 minute on a failed save instead of stunning for 1 round. So you're going to have it toggles to choose which one you want to use. And eventually, at level 8, you're going to get ability to instead the Sicken effect. So, similar ways of working, but you would sicken them for 1 minute on a failed save instead of stunning for 1 round. Monks also get evasion. So, character can avoid even magical and unusual attacks of great agility. The character makes a successful saving reflex throw against an attack that normally deals half damage on a successful save. He instead takes no damage. A helpless character does not gain the benefit of this evasion. So, gotta make sure you're not, stunned or held or, prone. You're also gonna get improved evasion at level 9. So it works the same way. And you still take no damage when you succeed, but now You take half damage even if you fail. Next, you're going to get a key pool. This starts at level 3. So monk gains a key pool, key points. Supernatural energy they can use to accomplish amazing feats. Number of key points in a monk's key pool is equal to half his monk level plus his wisdom modifier. So as long as he has at least 1 point in his key pool, he can make a key strike. So at 3rd level allows the unarmed attack to be treated as magic damage. Magic weapons for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. At 7th level, unarmed attacks also are treated as cold iron and silver for the purpose of coming damage reduction. And this is one of the few ways where you can basically make natural attacks, like unarmed attacks, not become totally useless at high levels. At 16th, you're going to be, at 10th, unarmed are going to be treated as lawful weapons. Again, purpose of damage reduction. 16th, treated as adamantine weapons. And then by spending 1 point from his key pool as a swift action, monk can make 1 additional attack strike at his highest attack bonus when making a flurry of blows attack. His bonus attack stacks of all bonus attacks again from flurry of blows, as well as those from haste and similar effects. So it's like a supercharged flurry of blows. And you're going to be again receiving the key powers, access to key powers starting at level 4. And every 2 levels, you're going to select a key power. The powers allow the monk to perform amazing feats of mystical power and acrobatic prowess by expanding points from the key pool. And once you select it, it can't be changed. And so again, you're going to get access to more greater amounts of these powers as you level up. So you're going to get quite a few of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 9 potentially at level 20. Here it talks about the effects of the key strikes, how to get changed for damage reduction. You also get style strikes. This is another unique thing to really lean into that martial arts effect. So style strike. At 5th level, a monk can learn 1 type of style strike. Whenever he makes a flurry of blows, he can designate one of his unarmed strikes as a style strike. This attack is resolved as normal, but it has an additional effect depending on the type of strike chosen. 9th level and every 4th level thereafter, monk can learn an additional style strike. He must choose which style strike to apply before the attack roll is made. At 15th level, you can designate up to 2 of his unarmed strikes each round as a style strike, and each one can be a different type. So that's really, really big as far as kind of really customizing how you're going to fight. You're going to get fast movement at 3rd level, so you're going to get plus 10 enhancement bonus to your base speed. A monk in armor or carrying a medium or heavy load is its effect. And every 3 levels after 3rd, you get an additional 10 feet. So you get really, really quick, really fast. Basically like you're like on a horseback pretty quickly while running. Still Mind at 4th level, monk gains plus 2 bonus on saving throws against enhancement spells and effects. At level 5, you get Purity of Body, so you become totally immune to all diseases, including supernatural and magical diseases. And finally, at 20th level, you get Key Power Perfect Self. So at 12th level, the 20th level, monk becomes magical creature. Monk gains damage reduction 10 chaotic, which allows him to ignore the first 10 points of damage from any attack made by a non-chaotic weapon, or by any natural attack made by a creature that doesn't have similar damage reduction. This is a little tricky since in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, we're dealing with demons, which are pretty much all chaotic, so they would bypass this. So, may not be as good as it could be in this iteration. Okay? So those are going to be, that's going to be the base monk as they level up. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the subclasses. We're going to start with the Scaled Fist, as I started to pre-read this accidentally prior to talking about the monk base class. So, let's make sure we got the right text. There we go. Steeped in tradition that trace their origins to the warrior monks who trained under the tutelage of draconic masters. Scaled Fist eschew passive introspection, favor unshakable confidence. Scaled fists learn to combine brutal intimidation with the brazen ferocity of an ancient worm to devastate their foe. So dragon monks. So improve unarmed strike at level 1, just like a normal monk. Unarmed strike scaling is the same. So again, you can check the monk base class part of the video if you want to hear all the details on that. Same monk proficiency, so it does not change. Now, big difference here. Unlike the base class that adds its wisdom modifier to AC and CMD, this class or this subclass adds charisma bonus. So this is really good if you want to combo multi-class with a sorcerer. If you want to literally turn to a dragon, for example, they're charisma based. This would be the subclass to go for that. You're still going to get your normal stunning fist, and it's going to upgrade only once. So it doesn't have the 2 variables. It only has the sicken effect at level 8. That lets you choose the stunning or make the target sicken for 1 minute, which is 10 rounds, which is pretty much forever combat. And minutes on a failed save, yes, as long as they fail, obviously. Now, you get a scaled fist bonus feat. So at first level, second level, and fourth level, scaled fist can select a bonus feat. They are slightly different though than the base monk class. So the options are combat reflexes, dodge, crane style, blind fight, but then they get improved initiative, dragon style, and intimidating prowess. Those last 2 are new. And then there's new ones at level 6 too. So you get, in addition to the improved trip and the improved disarm, you get dazzling display and dragon ferocity. And at 10th level, the additional ones, you still get improved critical, but you also get the option of dragon roar. So again, different focus there. Still get evasion at 2, as well as at 9, improved evasion. That does not change, just like the base class. Your key strikes still scale from magic to cold iron and silver and lawful level 10, followed by adamantine, bypassing those that damage reduction level 16. You're also going to get your key powers that are going to be added at 4th level and 2 levels thereafter, except it looks like, unless there's a typo, there's a little breach here, so you lose a couple of your key powers. You don't get quite as many. You're going to get your style strikes. This is also the same as with the base monk, but remember, there are, if you end up going for like dragon style, you may already have gotten some of these at earlier levels based off the bonus feats for the scaled fist. So this allows you to kind of build into that faster, or diversify, have even more options for style strikes. You still get the fast movement, just like the base monk, plus 10 movement per 3rd level, and then 3 every plus 10 additional 3 other levels. Oh, you know what? I don't know why this was here. I thought there was only one type of stunning fist modification. Apparently they still get the fatigue at level 4. They just have a little typo, so instead of it being up here, they threw it down here. Don't know why. Again, it's beta, so it happens. Purity body is still the same. Again, immune to all diseases. Supernatural and magical, level 5. Now, you get this. This is also different. Well, the key pool is the same. So again, check out the base monk portion of this video for a full read-through. But you get Draconic Heritage, so at 3rd level, the Scaled Fist has gained some control over the Draconic energies. She studies. She must select one type of dragon. Once this choice is made, it cannot be changed. Scaled Fist can expand 1 point of ki as a swift action to imbue her natural attacks with the energy specific to the dragon. So like Red Dragon would be fire, for example. And causing them to deal an extra 1d6 points of damage of the chosen energy type for a number of rounds equal to half her monk level. So not the best, the most efficient effect at low levels, but definitely you get a good bang for your buck at higher levels. And then at 12 level, a Scaled Fist can spend 3 points from the kill pool to make a breath weapon attack as a standard action. The breath weapon deals 1d6 points of damage of her energy type per monk level in either a 30-foot cone or 60-foot line. That depends on the dragon. Different dragons will have one or the other. Those caught in the area of the breath can attempt a reflex save, DC 10 plus half the Skilled Fist Monk level, plus that Charisma bonus modifier to have the normal damage. You're also going to get Draconic Metal, so at 3rd level, Scaled Fist gains a +2 bonus on saving throws attempted against all fear, paralysis, and sleep effects. So again, that part dragon element for you. I think I may have mentioned, if not, they still have Key Power Perfect Self at 20th level. In this iteration of the game, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous might be a little less useful because of the heavy presence of chaotic enemies at high level. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the Scaled Fist. Moving on, we get to Sensei. Sensei is a revered teacher, imparts lessons on the oneness of mind, body, and spirit, along with occasional correction that is subtle and swift. Rather than using wisdom for his own benefit alone, he uses it to better those around him. So if you want to roleplay Mr. Miyagi, well, here you go. So let's look at some of the similarities. You still got the normal improved unarmed strike. AC bonus is back to scaling off wisdom. Unarmed strike skills just like the normal base monk. Still get the same monk proficiencies as noted here. And again, if you want to listen to my read through of all of these and explanation, do check out the base monk part of this recording. Stunning Fist, you have the same progression starting at level 1, the stunning option. Level 4, you get the fatigue option. And you're going to get the sicken option at 8th level. Now, according to this, you are going to only get 2 monk bonus feats at level 1 and then all the way at 18 because you're going to get some other elements that are going to help you out instead. Starting with level 1, you get Inspire Courage. So 1st level Sensei can use his performance to inspire courage in his allies, including himself, bolstering them against fear and improving their combat abilities. To be effective, an ally must be able to perceive Sensei's performance. An affected ally receives +1 morale bonus on saving throw against charm and fear effects, and +1 confidence bonus on attacks and weapon damage rolls. 5th level and every 6th level. After that, bonus increases +1 to maximum +4 at 17th level. So this is kind of bardic inspiration kind of similarities. You're going to get, starting at 2nd level, Insightful Strike. You may use the Wisdom bonus in lieu of your Strength or Dex on attack rolls in combat maneuver checks with unarmed strikes for monk weapons. So again, if you're going to be going really high in Wisdom and have slightly lower Strength and Dex, this can help. You're going to get an additional you're going to get a Style Strike at 5th level. Another one at 9th, 13th, and 17th, similar to the base monk. You're also going to get your key pool at level 3, that is the same, and your key power range all the way to level 20. Again, I explained this in the base monk video if you are not aware of it, so do check that timestamp if you got here first. And your key strikes also start as magic. Your unarmed attacks will start having the option to bypass magic. Resistance level 3. Moves on to Cold Iron and Silver. Penetration at 7. Penetrate Lawful 10th. And then Adamantine at 16. Furthermore, you're going to have an option of Inspire Competence. So a Sensei of 3rd level or higher can use his performance to help allies succeed at tasks. So you basically choose between Inspire Courage or Inspire Competence. They must be within 30 feet and be able to see and hear the Sensei. They get a +2 competency bonus on all skill checks as long as they continue to hear the Sensei's performance. Increases by +1 for every 4 levels the Sensei has attained. So it goes +3 at 7th, +4 at 11th, +5 at 15th, +6 at 19th. So if you're going to be doing a bunch of skill checks, etc., you can just bust this out to kind of help the team. You're going to also get Mystic Powers. At 6th level, Sensei may use his advice ability when spending points from his Q pool to activate a class ability, using the normal actions required for each. In order to have that ability affect one ally within 30 feet rather than a Sensei himself. At 10th level, a Sensei may affect all allies within 30 feet rather than himself, spending points from his Q pool only once, not once for each target. So this is some of your, as far as I understand, your basically your key powers. Some of them can help you move really fast, other effects that again normally impact just you, and you'll have the ability to impact other people, as far as I understand this. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. So you're going to get Mystic Wisdom at 10th. So at 10th level, a Sensei may spend 1 point from his Q pool as a swift action while using advice to provide a single ally within 30 feet with evasion, fast movement, high jump, purity of body, or slow fall. At 14th level, Sensei may spend 2 points to grant one of the abilities listed above to all allies within 30 feet, or provide improved evasion to a single ally within 30 feet. These abilities function as the Sensei level and last 1 minute. So that is quite nice, especially the version where you can do like AoE effect. So let's see here. Now, speaking of here's the actual advice feature that they're referencing, and you get that starting level 1. So Sensei advice is identical to Bardic performance, which makes sense, allowing him to inspire courage at 1st level, inspire competence at 3rd level, and inspire greatness at 9th level. Just inspire greatness. Oh, there it is. We'll talk about that in a second. As a bard of a Sensei's level, usable total number of rounds per day equal to his level plus wisdom modifier. Starting a bardic performance is a standard action, but it can be maintained each round as a free action. Changing a bardic performance from one effect to another requires the Sensei to stop the previous performance and start a new one as a standard action. Bardic performance cannot be disrupted, but it ends immediately if the Sensei is killed, paralyzed, stunned, knocked unconscious, or otherwise prevented from taking a free action to maintain it each round. Sensei cannot have more than one bardic performance in effect at one time. So that's a nice thing. Again, it becomes kind of a passive buff as long as you're maintaining it once you activate it. You still get Still Mind at level 4. So that's a +2 bonus in saving throws against enchantment spells and effects. So you get Purity of Body at 5, immune to all diseases. And again, that Inspire Greatness that I mentioned, the 3rd option, is at 9th level or higher. You can use this performance to inspire greatness in all allies within 30 feet, granting extra fighting capabilities. A creature inspired with greatness gains 2 bonus hit dice, d10s. The commensurate number of temporary hit points. Apply the target's Constitution modifier, if any, to those bonus hit dice. A +2 competence bonus on attack rolls, and a +1 competence bonus on fortitude saves. That's a big deal. So, and it says you actually get 2 bonus hit dice, and it is modified by a Constitution modifier. So that could be quite decent on some classes, especially like if it impacts like a barbarian or something. That could be huge. And then, just like the base monk, you get the key power, Perfect Self, which may or may not be that useful in this version of the Pathfinder video game. All right, so that is the Sensei. Moving on to Sohei. Sohei. The Sohei are masters of the horse and the hunt. A monastic soldier, the Sohei is equally adept at combat afoot or on horseback. While skilled in unarmed techniques, many Sohei favor weapons they can use while mounted on horseback or against other horses. I'm actually on my kind of evil playthrough I've been messing around with. On the beta, I am playing this. Currently in beta, this is a little buggy, so you can ride your mount like I chose a horse, but it looks like you're riding under the horse instead of on top. So it's a visual bug. It does function. Now, riding mounts is new to this version of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. If you played Pathfinder Kingmaker, this was not an option. Now, technically, anybody can ride a mount, but you're going to get extra abilities, as you're going to see here, for the few classes that specialize in it. So, let's look at what we have with the Sohei. We still have normal improved unarmed strikes. You're going to be adding wisdom to your AC modifier. Your unarmed strikes scale is normal. And again, for all of these, if you want to hear me go through all of the actual descriptors for these things that are common across the monks, you're going to want to check out the part of this video that has to do with the monk core class at the beginning, if you'd like that. You're going to get a monk bonus feat at level 1. Again, that's normal. And at level 2, but then you're going to lose all the other bonus feats. And we'll get into that more in a second. You're going to get skill. You're going to get Sohei. You're going to get Sohei gains Lore Nature as a class skill. You're going to have Flurry of Blows, and it is modified. So let's take a look at the mentions it here. So this descriptor is normal to the Flurry of Blows, as I explained in the base class portion of the video. But you're going to be able to use, I think it'll be over here. Okay, we'll get to it in just a second. You're going to be also able to apply it to some specific weapon attacks, which is real nifty, especially if you're fighting from horseback. Being unarmed from horseback seems less than optimal. Now, as far as weapon proficiency, you're going to be proficient of all simple and martial weapons and with light armor instead of monk's usual weapon and armor proficiency. That's big. Notice, normally monks do not wear any armor. And I'm curious if they're going to mention here whether they can do light armor, because normally they lose their AC bonus if they wear any armor. Let's take a look. So you have those proficiencies. You're gonna now, and Sohei's unarmed strike damage does not increase at 4th level and above. So do note, even though here it's gonna say it does, this gets modified. This is because the Sohei again focus on using weapons instead of the unarmed strikes. You're going to get Animal Companion, and this is going to be your mount. It's going to be base level leveling. It's not going to have any -3 or -4 level penalty, and it will also grow at either 4th or 7th level, depending on the pet. Now be careful. Some of the options potentially could make it that you can't ride your Animal Companion at level 1, but if you choose a horse, for example, you'll be fine. You are Devoted Guardian, so Sohei gains a bonus on initiative rolls equal to half his monk level. And at 20th level, Sohei initiative roll is automatically a natural 20. So they're going to be going first a lot. You're also going to get a bonus feat for free. Sohei may select mounted combat feats as bonus feats. That's important because, again, you're going to be doing a lot of mounted combat if you're doing it right. I'm seeing if it mentions it here. I also want to say, there's got to be other, I don't know if this is a typo, because I remember getting a couple of bonus feats when I was leveling up my Sohei. Granted, I was pretty low level still. But do note this is still beta, there could be some typos. But again, unlike normal monk, you're going to have the ability to get those mounted combat feats. Moving on, just like a normal monk, you're going to get evasion, and then improved evasion at level 9. Your key pool is still active. You're going to still get your various key abilities. So that's going to be the same as the base class. You're still going to get style strikes. Again, starting at level 5. You're going to get 3 more as you level up to 9, 13, 17. And here's another big difference right here. So you're going to get weapon training. So at 6th level, Sohei gains the weapon training in one of the following weapon groups as the fighter class feature: bows, crossbows, monk weapons, polearms, spears, or throwing weapons. I recommend polearms or spears, for example, maybe monk weapons. He may select an additional group of weapons for every 6th level after 6th, a maximum of 3 at 18. As Sohei, and here's the key, as Sohei may use Flurry of Blows and Key Strikes any weapon in which he has weapon training. So this is going to be key because obviously the damage and the potency of some of those high level weapons could be quite effective, especially if you get like a weapon with reach, for example. Next, here it is. So again, they are going to get bonus feats. They kind of split up where it is. Again, you're not going to get as many. You're going to get a bonus feat here at level 10. You're going to get one at level 14 and at 18 as well. Next, your key strikes still do progress as far as when it comes to unarmed attacks for overcoming magic resistance at level 3. But again, you're unlikely to be relying on unarmed combat. You're going to get Stillness of Mind at level 4, so you get +2 bonus on saving throws against enhancement spells and effects. Key weapons, again, 4th level swift action. Sohei may spend 1 point from key pool to grant any weapon he wields, including unarmed, but probably you're going to want to get your specialty weapons as you level up. +1 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls. Increase +1 per 4 levels after 4th to a maximum +5 at 20th level until the end of the next turn. So again, super powered or hits if you want. Here's another bonus feat, and again, they seem to misplace them. You're going to get one here, it looks like at 5th level. So far, again, 1, 2, 5, 9. So they may get all of them actually here. They're just, this hopefully will get cleaned up post-beta, but for now it's a little confusing, but that's fine. And again, the key strike for those weapons and unarmed attacks is going to increase to bypass cold iron and silver at 7th. Lawful level 10 and an adamantine at 16. You're still going to get that key power perfect self at 20th. That may or may not be useful because it's damage reduction 10 but bypassed by chaotic. And that will be that. So very specialized, again, mounted combat monks, and again being able to apply real blows to weapons outside of unarmed attacks. So really fun thematically. We'll see how well it min-maxes, for example, but definitely strong theme. Next, we got traditional monk. Traditional monks walk the strict path of discipline which thousands of predecessors trod before them. They sacrifice the freedom to choose their powers in exchange for steeled willpower and a trusted set of traditional abilities. Now, this is interesting because, again, monks in D&D in the past, for example, they had a very strict progression, and then basically, when they made some changes, they gave them freedom to kind of choose their abilities at different levels. You get that freedom of choice that they're referring to. This, you get some benefits, other benefits, but you get a stricter progression. You don't get to choose when you get some of these abilities. So, let's look at similarities and differences. Improve unarmed strike, again, still normal. Get AC bonus based on wisdom modifier. Unarmed strike as normal here. And you get your normal monk proficiencies. And again, with all of these here, as well as the other similarities to the base monk class, if you want to hear me go through all of them in detail, just check the part of the video, the monk core class. You're going to get your stunning fist at level 1. Again, just like the normal monk, that progresses to have an option to do the fatigue effect instead at 4. At 8th, you can sicken instead. A normal progression for monk feats, bonus monk feats at 1, 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18. Normal evasion at 2nd level, followed by improved evasion at level 9. And also your key strikes, you're going to get that basically allows your unarmed attacks to bypass magic resistances at level 3. Go past cold iron and silver at 7th. Lawful, so act as a lawful weapon at 10. And then finally, again, adamantine at 16. So that's all very similar. You're going to get your style strike just like a normal monk at 5th level, at 9th, at 13th, and 17th. You're going to get the flurry of blows just like a normal monk, and that's going to scale up and become more powerful 11th. Again, check out the base monk video portion for a full read-through of this. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. Well, almost. Your key pool is still, you get access to at level 3, and you get fast movement level 3. That's that plus 10 to movement. At 3rd level, when you're not wearing armor or being encumbered, and it increases by 10 every 3 levels. Still staying the same. At level 4, you're going to get Still Mind, so plus 2 bonus saving throw against enhancement spells and effects. Purity of Body, still at level 5. immunity to all disease, including supernatural and magical diseases. And here is where you lose the freedom of choosing your powers, and you get this very specific order. So, level 6, Key Power, Wholeness of Body. Spend 2 points from Key Pool. As a standard action, Monk can heal a number of hit points of damage equal to his Monk level. At level 8, you get Abundant Step. 8th level or higher, Monk can slip, well, not or higher in this one, you get it particularly at this level. You can slip magically between spaces as if using a spell dimensional door. Using this ability as a move action, consumes 2 points of Ki, cannot take other creatures with him when he uses the ability. So this is basically like teleportation. You get Diamond Body at 10, so you get immune to all poisons of any kind, in addition to your disease from earlier level. At level 12, you get the Diamond Soul. Monk gains spell resistance equal to his current monk level plus 10. In order to affect the monk with spells, the spellcaster must get a result of a caster check level 1d20 plus caster level that equals or exceeds the monk's spell resistance. That makes them quite a bit tougher against casting. And you're also going to get Quivering Palm at 14. So you can set up vibrations within the body of another creature that can thereafter be fatal if the monk so desires. So the target must make a Fortitude save throw DC 10 plus 1/2 the monk's level plus the monk's wisdom modifier or die. Using this ability as a standard action that costs 4 key points. So this had like more RP applications than, pen and pencil, because you could do a key strike, succeed, keep him alive, maybe let him run away and then just drop dead strategically or something. But for this, it's pretty much almost like a slay ability. So if you succeed, they just drop dead. You get the Perfect Self at level 20. Again, potentially useful, potentially not. Damage reduction of 10, but bypassed by Chaotic. So, again, very traditional, less flexibility kind of format. But if you want that old school feel for the monk, there you go. And finally, you get the Zen Archer. Very different, very unique, awesome subclass. If you're playing the campaign, you will have an option to have this Zen Archer join your party. Do note, minor spoiler alert here, so don't listen for the next 10 seconds. But you have a choice between a good character, which is him, or an evil character. Depending if you choose, the one or the other will follow you, and that's it. But he has way higher stats than you would get as a natural player character. Like he's got 317, some other stats. He's insanely broken if you want an archer. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the descriptor. Some monks seek to become one with another weapon entirely. The bow. The Zen Archer takes a weapon most other monks eschew and seeks perfection in the pull of a taut bowstring, the flex of bow's limb, and flight of an arrow fired true. So, let's take a look at the similarities and differences. So you still get your normal unarmed strikes, normal AC bonuses based off wisdom, normal unarmed strike scaling, it looks like, and your normal monk proficiencies for them. And then let's see what else. You're going to still get a flurry of blows, but now you can make a flurry of blows as a full attack action, but only when using a bow. So you cannot use it with unarmed attacks or other weapons. And you do not apply strength bonus on damage rolls made with flurry of blows unless using a composite bow, which is normal strength rating. So otherwise it's like a normal flurry of blows, but it's going to be awesome because now you get it ranged. You also get additional proficiencies. Zen Archers get longbows, shortbows, composite longbows, and composite shortbows, in addition to the normal weapon proficiencies. Now do note that if you get like weapon focus, for example, here they list longbows and composite longbows separately, but longbows are longbows. So if you have like weapon proficiency, weapon focus, and longbow, that covers bow, longbow, and composite longbow. Same thing with shortbow, composite shortbow. Thought I'd throw that out because somebody had asked me that once. You're going to get a bonus feat at level 1, but there's Zen Archer bonus feats, so different. So your choices at level 1 are Deflect Combat Reflexes, Deflect Arrows, which is broken, get it. Just amazing. Dodge, which is also amazing. And then Point Blank Shot, Precise Shot, and Rapid Shot. You're going to probably get those as feats no matter what, but you know, you can choose to get them here and potentially get more of them quickly. 6th level, you add the option of improved precise shot, mini shot, and mobility. And 10th level, in addition to the normal improved critical, you get cluster shot. And again, you don't need any other prerequisites for those, but you probably will have them. You get perfect strike. So that's unique as well. You must declare that you are using this feat before you make your attack roll. So if you fail the attack, you miss this. You can roll your attack roll twice and take the highest result. You may attempt a perfect strike once per day for every 4 levels you have attained. Now, a Zen Archer monk receives perfect strike at level 1 as a bonus feat. Even if you don't meet the prerequisite, you may attempt a perfect strike number of times per day equal to his monk level, plus 1 more time per day for every 4 levels. All right, let's see. Still get key pool at level 3, normal progression. Your key strikes, here it says it allows unarmed strikes to treat as cold iron and silver for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. Now, I'm not sure if this applies also to the ranged attacks. I know when we looked at Sohei, any of the weapons that were impacted and compatible flurry bows as well applied this. This doesn't say it applies to the bows. It would make sense if it did. I am not 100% sure if it does. So do note that. If anybody knows for 100% sure right off the bat, let me know. I will look into this. And then you're going to get additional, as again, this is a weird way that they're laying it out. But you still get the normal amount of bonus feats. They're just laid out differently. So there's 1, 2, get your 5, get your 9, and so forth. All the way to 18. You get Way of the Bow level 2. So Zen Archer gains weapon focus as a bonus feat with 1 type of bow. I recommend longbow. 6th level, the monk gains weapon specialization with the same weapon as the bonus feat, even if you don't meet the prereq. So, as you noticed, lots of bow focus. You're going to get your normal fast movement bonus. You get Point Blank Master, level 3, as a bonus feat, even if you don't meet the prerequisite, so you don't have to pick it. So keep that in mind when you look at your other bonus feats. And Zen Archery, this is key to a 3rd level. Zen Archer, you may use his Wisdom modifier instead of Dex modifier on ranged attack rolls when using the bow. So, theoretically, you could go super high Wisdom and then like super high Strength to maximize your composite bow damage and get you to hit on this. Or you could, still spread out your stats. But again, you can only have so many stats high. So, this gives you an opportunity to lower that Dex. Because you're at range, you shouldn't be getting hit as much in melee, so having that lower AC because of the lack of the Dex bonus might not be as bad. You're going to get key arrows at 5, so at 5th level, a Zen Archer always deals his unarmed damage with the arrows from his bows. For example, medium-sized Zen Archer short bow normally does 1d6 damage. Using ability, his arrows do 1d8 damage. So, this means it will scale the unarmed damage. Now again, I would still recommend the longbow because the longbows, the composite longbows, you'll get the strength modifier as well. The short bows, you would not. But this is big. So, for example, a medium humanoid creature level 20 would do a 2d10 base damage on their hits, plus on a composite bow, your strength modifier. Or if you, enlarge yourself, or I believe there's like a hurricane bow, a spell that or ability that you might be able to get cast on you, and that would also bump you up 1 tier. So theoretically, if you were like enlarged Zen Archer at 20th level, you'd be doing 48 damage base plus modifiers. Huge. Yeah, so that's the key arrows, and then finally, like other monks, you get that questionable perfect self at 20th level damage reduction bypassed by chaotic attack. So that is the Zen Archer. Again, highly recommend that as an option if you want to play something different as a monk. Very, very powerful. And that concludes our monk subclasses. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, If you have a recommendation and want to have an impact on what videos I do next, leave a comment below to help the channel. You guys know the deal. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop your comments. All of that helps me grow my little channel here. Love your support. It is Leeroy Gaming. See you guys next time.